Buddy was a happy golden retriever. His days were filled with joy and laughter, and he was always surrounded by the people he loved the most. He loved his family very much. They were his world, and he was theirs. Every moment spent together was a treasure. They played fetch in the park, where Buddy would run with all his might, his golden fur gleaming in the sunlight. The park was their special place, a haven of happiness and freedom. They cuddled on the couch, where Buddy would rest his head on his owner's lap, feeling the warmth and love that radiated from them. Those quiet moments were his favorite. Buddy's tail wagged with joy every time his owner smiled. His happiness was a reflection of theirs. But one day, everything changed. Buddy was taken to a shelter. He didn't understand why. The once vibrant and joyful dog now found himself in a cold, unfamiliar place. He waited for his family to come back. Every sound of footsteps, every creak of the door, filled him with hope. But they never came. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The seasons changed, but Buddy's situation remained the same. The once lively dog now spent his days in a state of longing and confusion. Buddy's heart ached with sadness. The shelter was a place of waiting, a place where time seemed to stand still. His spirit, once so bright, began to dim. He missed the warmth of his home. The cozy bed, the familiar smells, the sense of belonging. Every corner of his old home held a memory, a piece of his heart. He missed the sound of his family's laughter. The joyful noise that once filled his days was now a distant memory. The silence of the shelter was deafening. But most of all, he missed the feeling of being loved. The gentle touch, the kind words, the sense of security. Buddy longed for the day he would feel that love again, hoping that one day his family would return or a new one would come to take him home. The Millers were a kind couple looking for a furry companion. They visited the shelter one sunny afternoon. There they saw Buddy. He was lying in the corner, his tail no longer wagging. Mrs. Miller knelt beside Buddy's kennel. She spoke to him in a soft, gentle voice. Buddy looked up, a glimmer of hope flickering in his eyes. Something about the Millers' warmth touched Buddy's heart. He let out a small whimper as if to say, "Please, take me home." The Millers welcomed Buddy into their home and their hearts. They showered him with love, long walks, and delicious treats. Slowly but surely, Buddy began to heal. He loved playing fetch with Mr. Miller in the backyard. He loved snuggling with Mrs. Miller while she read her books. Buddy's tail started wagging again, his heart filled with newfound joy. Life was good again. Buddy was loved. He was home. One day, the Millers took Buddy to the park. It was the same park where he used to play with his first family. As Buddy happily chased a ball, a familiar scent hit his nose. He stopped. His ears perked up. Could it be? It was. His first owner was walking towards him. Buddy's tail went into overdrive. He barked and whimpered, his whole body trembling with excitement. He couldn't believe it. Buddy's first owner was overwhelmed with emotion. The moment he saw Buddy, it was as if time had stood still. Memories of their time together flooded back, each one more vivid than the last. The bond they shared was unbreakable, forged through countless walks, playful fetch games, and quiet moments of companionship. He had missed Buddy terribly. Every day without him felt incomplete, like a piece of his heart was missing. The nights were the hardest, lying in bed and feeling the emptiness beside him where Buddy used to sleep. He often found himself looking at old photos, reminiscing about the good times they had shared. He knelt down and hugged Buddy tightly. The embrace was more than just a hug. It was a silent promise that they would never be apart again. Buddy's tail wagged furiously, his body trembling with excitement and relief. It was a moment of pure, unfiltered emotion, a reunion that spoke volumes without a single word. Tears streamed down his face as he apologized for leaving Buddy at the shelter. He explained how circumstances had forced his hand, how he had no other choice but to leave Buddy in the care of others. The guilt had weighed heavily on him, a constant reminder of the friend he had left behind. The Millers listened as Buddy's first owner explained that he had been in an accident and was unable to care for Buddy. They could see the pain in his eyes, the regret that had haunted him every day since. They understood that his decision had been made out of love, not abandonment. He had thought he was doing the best thing for Buddy by taking him to the shelter. He believed that Buddy would find a new family who could give him the care and attention he deserved. But the thought of Buddy being with someone else had never sat well with him. It was a decision that had torn him apart. Everyone was crying now. Tears of joy, tears of relief, tears of love. The room was filled with a sense of unity, a shared understanding of the deep bond between a man and his dog. It was a testament to the power of love and the resilience of the human spirit. Buddy licked away their tears, his heart overflowing with happiness. He could sense the emotions in the room, the love and relief that permeated the air. His gentle licks were his way of comforting them, of saying that everything was going to be all right. In that moment, surrounded by the people who loved him, Buddy knew he was finally home. Buddy's story is a beautiful testament to the power of hope. Even though he went through a heart-wrenching experience, he never gave up on love. And love found him again, in the most unexpected way. His story also highlights the importance of second chances. Everyone makes mistakes, and sometimes life throws us curveballs. But it's never too late to make things right. Buddy's story reminds us that love conquers all. There are countless dogs like Buddy in shelters all over the world, waiting patiently for someone to come and take them home. These dogs have often been through a lot, from being abandoned to being lost, and they find themselves in shelters hoping for a second chance at life, just waiting for their forever homes. Each dog has a unique story, a past that might be filled with hardship, but their eyes are filled with hope and love. They sit behind those bars, dreaming of the day they will be part of a family again. They are full of love to give and deserve a second chance at happiness. Imagine the joy and unconditional love they can bring into your life. These dogs are not just pets. They become loyal companions, friends, and family members who will stand by you through thick and thin. If you're thinking about getting a dog, please consider adopting from a shelter. The process is straightforward, and the rewards are immeasurable. By adopting, you are not only saving a life, but also making room for another dog to be rescued. You'll not only be giving a dog a loving home, but you'll also be gaining a loyal friend who will bring joy and laughter into your life. The bond you form with an adopted dog is something truly special, built on trust and mutual love. But you'll also be opening your heart to a love you never thought possible. The connection you build with an adopted dog is profound and life-changing. They have a way of understanding and comforting you in ways you never imagined. Remember, adopting a dog is not just about saving a life. It's about giving a dog a chance to live a happy, fulfilling life. It's about providing them with the love and care they deserve. And in return, they will give you their unwavering loyalty and affection. It's about enriching your own. The joy and fulfillment that come from adopting a dog are unparalleled. You become part of their story, and they become a cherished part of yours. So, open your heart, adopt, and experience the incredible journey of love and companionship